sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. Plus so much more. A chocolate fondue fountain, Zebblies, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022. Hello, CRN listeners. This is Michael Horn, inviting you to join me and my co-host, sommelier Nicole Nielsen from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, as we present What's Cooking on Wine. Find out about the latest trends in wine, great food, spirits, and a whole lot more. It's What's Cooking on Wine, done live at 6 o'clock Monday nights at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Pasadena, California, and then the replays throughout the weekend right here on CRN. So if you love wine and you love great food, it's What's Cooking on Wine right here on CRN.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Welcome to the PM Show here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. No, I'm not Mike Horn. Neither am I Paul Stern. I'm the one that normally pushes the buttons. My name is Tomas here, and I'm sort of filling in for the guys, for the hour or so, and we're going to be discussing a whole bunch of good stuff. It seems that this has been sort of a manic Monday for some of us for some reason, sort of hard to get up and get started. There was a lot of things that was happening over the weekend for many of us, and, sometimes one just gets a little tired and needs to, be refreshed. And so hopefully this will be a refreshing program for you today. We've got lots to talk about. Of course, the first thing that we're going to talk about is the fight. Yes, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. And all of you know the results of that particular fight. Neither one of them knocked each other out. But it was, determined by a series of points. What point system? Who knows how they give points to this, that, or the other fight. But Mayweather won by decision of the judges. And, it's really interesting about this particular fight. I don't know. I'm thinking, after I left, the CRN Broadcast Center, and I went to get a little something, a taste of something and, something to eat. That, at the place that I was at, the lady who was the bartender couldn't make a drink. Why? Because she kept having phone calls asking her, do you have the fight tonight? Do you have the fight tonight? And she said, no, we don't, unfortunately. And, of course, she wouldn't tell them where, but I know that there were several places around the area that I was carrying. I was going to go down to a place a few miles down from where I was to see the fight and pay $20. But for whatever reason, I just wasn't quite in the mood. And for some reason, I felt that the fight wasn't going to be as eventful as some people thought it was going to be. So I said, okay, no, I'm going to stay here, have a taste, have something to eat, and then go home and sleep, which I did. But I was literally tired from watching the dear bartender, who happens, her name is Lisa running back and forth. She couldn't make a drink good. She finished one drink, ring, the phone, she had to pick up the phone, and then she went back and tried to make another drink, and ring, she had to pick up the phone. It made me tired looking at her. So it was crazy, but, she got through the rest of the night, I guess, after the fight started and all was well. We're going to talk a little bit about, there was a big fight going on, besides the fight There was, as you know, there was a total of 3 fights on that particular card, and 2 others besides the main one. And unfortunately, there was a fight that existed outside of the ring. We'll talk to you about it here in a few moments on the PM show. Number with Michael Horn and Paul Stern. Tomas sitting in, having a good time. Hope you will too, here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
For 20 years, you've counted on Lumber Liquidators for the quality flooring you want at the low price you deserve. So we've lowered our already low prices on some of our best hardwood floors. Why pay over $3 for laminate at big box stores? We've got solid pre-finished hardwood from just 99 cents. And gorgeous premium quality Bellawood pre-finished hardwood and bamboo for an incredible $249. More deals from 49 cents and 24-month special financing. For beautiful, safe, and high-quality hardwood floors for less, see the experts today. Visit LumberLiquidators.com to find a store near you.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
PM show is here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Tomas, filling in for Michael Horn and Paul Stern, who is off in wine country. Yeah, those guys really get it good, don't they? Yes, they certainly do, but well-deserved trip, and I'm sure we'll hear about it in the next couple of days on the What's Cooking program here on CRN. Coming up at the top of the hour, of course, is our legendary broadcaster, Barry Farber. But to get back to the fight, it seems that there was a problem with many of the carriers of this particular fight. And that was that the fans couldn't order it. Either they couldn't order it or they tried to order it and failed. And it says that there was a strong pay-per-view demand for this fight in Las Vegas, but a lot of people were very frustrated, and I guess in some cases they went to hopefully a friend's house or a relative's house to see the fight. I know here locally, a funny story about that was the fact that I was sort of thinking maybe of going. And then this one gentleman says, hey, I'm going to the fight at such and such house, and would you like to go? I said, no, I'm going to pass. Well, I'm taking a taxi. I mean, you could drive me instead of the taxi guy. I said, no, just go ahead, take your taxi or Uber or whatever transportation you're going to take and, have a good time. But I know, I just had that gut feeling that it wasn't going to be a great fight. And for whatever reason, I think I was right. There was problems with people getting the fight, and then other boxing fans had a way of getting the fight without going to DirecTV or Time Warner Cable or Comcast. And they did it by having apps such as Meerkat and Twitter's Periscope. And these apps let the broadcast video be shown from people's smartphones. And I sort of wish that I sort of knew about it, and in some ways I don't. I would feel sort of guilty, Would you feel guilty that you're able to get the fight through some other means rather than the usual means? I don't know. I would, personally, because I feel that I'm sort of cheating somebody out of something. I much would have rather went to somebody's house, whether it be a friend or a relative, although I don't really have any relatives anymore living in the Southern California area. But the article here says that the bout was expected to be the most popular in pay-per-view history, with an estimated 3 million households carrying the fight at nearly $100 each. Now, if you do the math, that's $300 million that the producers of the fight would get. And then I'm sure the other cable companies would, get a piece of that, and of course they would be very happy. But there's some people that, for whatever reason, didn't want to pay for the fight, or they were concerned with, not being able to order it all. So I think there's going to be a legal fight with between the carriers of the fight and some of these apps that were able to broadcast the fight free to people. So we'll see what happens. As you know, this is Cinco de Mayo weekend, and I'm sure that there's going to be some special events that are being held throughout, especially Southern California, but the world. I'm sure, the known world that we know. And so we, of course, advise you to be very, very careful when you're going to such events. Another interesting piece of information I'm finding here is that there's a David Letterman primetime farewell special that's going to be airing Eastern time at 9:30 p.m. Tonight. And it's going to sort of show the highlights of the David Letterman, late show, and some of the stars that grace that stage. Now, as some of you know, this show is broadcast from the famous Ed Sullivan studio, or theater, I should say, in New York City. And some of the famous guests that they'll probably be featuring on this particular show is going to be like George Clooney, Oprah Winfrey, Howard Stern, Will Ferrell, Tom Hanks, and probably a whole lot more. And I understand that Tom Waits and the Dave Matthews Band is going to be probably the last couple acts of music that Dave is going to have on his particular program. So it should be a pretty interesting show. The thing that I'm sort of curious about is what David is going to do after the show is over. I mean, he's not like Jay Leno, who who's a car buff, and he has a whole bunch of cars that he's collected, and who knows, he might do something like Jay and maybe come out with a special every once in a while for CBS or maybe one of the cable channels. So it should be interesting to see what David plans to do with the rest of his life. And I know that there's been some rumor about who might be the final, like maybe a co-host or something, and I don't know. We just have to wait and see what happens here. Something else that has happened within the last few weeks is the death of CBS News' Bob Simon. And many of his colleagues at CBS remembered him as one of television's ultimate international correspondents, but also many in the special memorial service painted a picture of him who loved opera, telling dirty jokes, naps at a moment's notice, and was very spiritual without being religious. And so as you well know, Bob died in a Manhattan car crash on February 11th. And so they just recognized him with a memorial service just a couple of days ago. And one of the producers mentions that they would miss him greatly. I think a lot of people will miss him as well, because he's a very unique person. He was really someone that cared about the people he interviewed, and at times the report shows that he actually saved people's lives or bent over backwards to give them assistance if they were in a particular situation. So our hats off, and may Bob rest in peace. And we're going to continue on the PM show here on CRN Digital Talk Radio, having a good time. Hope you are too, wherever you are across this great land of ours. We're going to talk a lot more about entertainment and things that are concerning you and I here in a few moments, right here on the PM show, CRN Digital Talk Radio.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
It's the PM show on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Tomas, filling in a couple big shoes, Paul Stern and Michael Horn, who normally host this program. They'll be back with us in a few days. This is the Monday edition of the program, and we're talking about things that happened over the weekend and some things that have happened. And one of the things I'm noticing, and I'm noticing even with myself, there's certain programs, certain events I get bored with. I mean, for example, and I know I had an ex-girlfriend that would veg out over this event time and time again, and that's the NASCAR races. For whatever reason, I just cannot sit in one place and watch cars go around the track several hundred times. I mean, I love sports, certain sports, but that one just doesn't turn me on. And I guess with the younger generation, there's a problem with the attention span of some people. And so for whatever reason, some of the networks and some of the independent producers are reconsidering what they're doing. And this is the case with the Muscular Dystrophy Association. They're ending the Jerry Lewis Telethon. And they mentioned this past weekend that they're going to be ending the long-standing Labor Day telethon that aired on the ABC network, and I believe some of the independent networks as well. And they're going to change their way of doing things to focus on more digital fundraising efforts. Especially, as you know, they came out with the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that everybody and everybody else's brother or sister had invited people to, this ice bucket challenge that they stand there and they said, well, I challenge you, Jim or Jane or Sally, to do what I'm going to do. And then they get a bucket of ice water tossed, on them, which to me, okay. But I come from Buffalo, New York, and the idea of having a bucket of ice water with ice cubes over me doesn't sound like a great idea. Matter of fact, I'm afraid I'll get sick from, the fact of all of that coldness on my body. But anyway, as many know, that this was a 21-and-a-half-hour event over a period of years, and it started in 1956. Wow, I was just a little wee bit of a youngster back then. And again, the final stint of Jerry Lewis hosting this was in 2010, and then they reduced it from the 21 hours to just 2 hours. So it's too bad that this is coming to an end, but I guess, many producers have to readjust their thinking and readjust their way of raising money to bring more younger people and people who have shorter attention spans, and also there's different platforms, just like we here at CRN are on different platforms, digital platforms. They see the need of going to different digital platforms. So I wish the association well, and I hope that they will continue in finding a cure for muscular dystrophy. There's been a lot of talk about Bruce Jenner and his transformation from a man to a woman, but unfortunately, there's some bad news that is emanating. That's the stepchildren of a woman killed in an automobile crash involving Bruce Jenner is suing the Olympic gold medalists Friday for wrongful death. They claim that they suffered enormous damages from this. And the lawsuit don't provide any details about the February crash, which authorities said occurred when Jenner's sport utility vehicle collided with the woman's car, pushing it into oncoming traffic. And Kim Howell, who was the woman, age 69, died at the scene. And the lawsuit says they not specifying how much they're seeking, but they claim that Bruce was negligent when he collided with their stepmother's car, causing them and their relatives great losses. Well, I really wish the stepchildren well on this, and we'll see whether justice prevails in this particular case. This is the PM Show. I'm Tomas. I'm sitting in for Michael Horn and Paul Stern. Big shoes to fill, but I'm trying to do my best, and I hope you're enjoying what you're hearing and what we're discussing, and we'll be back with more here on the Nation Station and Network, CRN Digital Talk Radio.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-351-8614. That's 800-351-8614. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-351-8614.
How do you like the softball? Your entertainment destination, the Showroom at South Point, presents the #1 unofficial tribute show for Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, the Big Bopper. Hello, baby! It's the Winter Dance Party.
I love it.
May 8th through the 10th. Tickets available now at the box office. Online at SouthPointCasino.com or charged by phone. 702-797-8055. The Winter Dance Party at the South Point. Oh, baby, that's the one I like.
I love it.
You'll be dancing in the aisles at the Showroom at South Point. It's the return of the Bronx Wanderers. May 15th through the 17th. Tickets available at the box office. Online at SouthPointCasino.com or charged by phone. 702-797-8055. Catch the Bronx Wanderers at the Showroom at South Point.
It's my kind of music.
Welcome to Staples. How can I help you?
Hey, Staples guy. I need to promote my new business and do it on budget.
I can make that happen.
Can you print business cards?
Staples can print business cards, brochures, banners.
Pens?
Pens, magnets, luggage tags.
Calendars.
Calendars, sticky notes, lawn signs, and window decals.
What about foam fingers?
What color? Red, yellow, blue.
You had me at yellow.
Make on budget happen, make getting noticed happen. Staples. Make more happen. Now at Staples, get 40% off large banners, posters, and lawn signs.
Offer valid on all large banners, posters, and lawn signs in store and online and 6/27/15. Discount applied before taxes. May not be combined with any other offer. See store staples.com/signs for details.
CRN listeners, don't forget What's Cooking in Wine with certified wine educator and master sommelier Michael Jordan, coming your way every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. You'll find out about the latest trends in wine, food, and the good lifestyle. And by the way, Michael Jordan can talk to those of you that are really into wine and those that are maybe just discovering wine. The great educator Michael Jordan, What's Cooking on Wine, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific on CRN.
It's the PM show, CRN Digital Talk Radio. Tomas sitting in for Michael Horn and Paul Stern. They're off in wine country having a good time. Whether they're going to do something like the late Lucille Ball, get in one of those wine smooshing buckets and just smoosh the grapes around. I think that would be fun. Real fun. I must try myself one of the years. You know, I was looking at this story earlier, and I'm so glad that, as I call her Miss C, Courtney Cadera, our producer, executive producer of this fine program, she gave me another version of it. But I don't know. And I'll tell you and share with you why I say I don't know. It's about Tiger Woods and Lindsey Vonn. They're done after 3 years. And matter of fact, Lindsey announced on her Facebook page that broken up. And she says that after nearly 3 years together, Tiger and I have mutually decided to end our relationship. And I will always cherish the memories that we created together. And it goes on to say that they lead incredibly hectic lives, which force them to spend a majority of our time apart. Really? You know, I don't totally understand this, but in my personal opinion, if you fall in love with somebody, you make the time to be together. To me, this sounds like an excuse that maybe one or the other may have other interests. I'll just put it that way. I won't cause myself any trouble. But I mean, in my mind, in my gut, it feels that if you really love each other, despite the hectic lives that we all have, no matter whether we're A-list celebrities or just common folk going to work 5 days or 6 days a week. If you really love somebody, you're going to take the time to be with them, one way or the other. Now, I know that there's many actors, actresses that are doing various projects in various parts of the world, but yet they seem to find time to connect with their family. So I just feel that Tiger needs to get, or maybe both of them, I don't know. But it seems to me that Tiger really needs to get some help. He seems that he can't keep it together, keep any kind of family relationship together. And especially it's been the case ever since his father passed on. So, you know, I wish both of them well. And I know that Lindsey feels very special about the kids, with 2 sons that Tiger has with his former marriage, and will treasure them. I was looking at Yahoo and their take on the story, and they make some suggestions on how to talk to the children about the split up, whether you're together legally through marriage or together just because. There are some do's and don'ts that you should think about when you are splitting. And one of the things I remember the article saying is that you should keep in contact with the kids, because the kids do form a bond with the parents' girlfriend, boyfriend, as the case may be. That's why, in my opinion, it's really important when you're being a parent, having children, that you need to think about certain things that have to do with your kids before you get involved. I know in my case, when I was seeing someone that had a daughter, you know, it was just seeing them first, you know, just my girlfriend, or now ex, and then eventually being introduced to the children and going from there. But this is something that I really feel is really important. If you have developed any kind of relationship with the kids of your girlfriend or boyfriend, if you have to break apart, be nice to them. Let them know that it's not their fault and that you will be there for them for whatever their need is. So this is just something that I wanted to express, because I've sort of been on a couple different sides of the issue. I'll just put it that way. So that's my thoughts on the matter. And I wish, of course, Tiger and Lindsay well, and I hope sooner or later that Tiger will find some happiness one way or the other. You know, I'm really interested in this particular story, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. Roots, the legendary series that was on ABC, the mini-series, it's returning to television, and it's going to air on the siblings of History, A&E, and Lifetime. And they announced this last week. Will Packer is to be the executive producer along with Roots star LeVar Burton. Hey, LeVar, I'm glad for it, who will co-executive produce along with Mark Wolper and Mark Toberoff and the Wolper organization. And the miniseries will air in 2016. And one of the reasons why they're bringing Roots back for the History Channel, what the channels, History and A&E and Lifetime, is doing is they're trying to ramp up the original scripted programming on the back of critical and rating success with some of the other programs they had, including the Bible and Hatfields and McCoy. So I wish them well on this, and I hope that the reboot will be as successful as the original one with ABC, and I think it was a good idea that they included LeVar Burton in this particular production to make sure it's authentic. As we continue on, it's the PM show, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Tomas, glad that you're on board.
Need a great tractor to help with your chores? Get a Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor with financing as low as 0% APR for up to 5 years during our More Power to You sales event. 0 down, 0% APR financing for terms up to 60 months on select equipment now through June 30th, 2015. Not available for rental, national accounts, governmental customers, or with some customer instant rebate offers. Financing through Kubota Credit Corporation, USA, subject to credit approval. Other exceptions may apply. For more information, call toll-free 1-888-465-8268. For more information or to find a participating dealer, visit Kubota.com.
Over 2 million families have trusted Lumber Liquidators for beautiful, high-quality, and affordable flooring. Our incredible deals mean you get the floor you want at the low price you deserve, like 5-inch click pre-finished hardwood. It's as easy to install as laminate, and now it's just 99 cents. Or get solid hardwood for less than you'd pay for laminate at other stores. This week, get 3/4-inch real pre-finished maple for just $169. More deals from 49 cents. And 18-month special financing for quality hardwood floors for less. See the experts today. Visit LumberLiquidators.com to find a store near you.
There is something about the road that beckons, that invites us to pack up the family and leave the world behind. And there is something about an industry-leading unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz that gives us the freedom to do exactly that. You take to the highway, rack up the miles for up to 3 years, and drive with the assurance that your Mercedes-Benz is covered. You have the security of being in a car that has been certified to Mercedes-Benz standards, while you enjoy a carefree ownership experience for miles and miles. But while the mileage is unlimited, your time to take advantage of our certified pre-owned sales event is not.
Now through June 1st, you can also receive complimentary prepaid maintenance and your first 2 months payments on us on select models, plus 3 months of Sirius XM satellite radio.
So hurry into your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer today and see why we say the odometer is there to record the memories.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
It's the PM show on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Tomas, sitting in for Michael Horn and Paul Stern, having a nice time. Thank you for joining us here on the Nation Station, CRN Digital Talk Radio. Wow, a lot of things are going on. And, one other thing I want to mention about Roots, and I really wish them well on this, is the fact that they're going to be working with prominent historians in the field of African and African American history, as well as diverse leaders from across the country, to use Roots to stimulate discussion and awareness about the origin story that informs American culture today. I think that's really important. Not only with the African American communities, but with all of the communities that makes up the melting pot of America. It's really important for us to know where we come from so that we can continue moving forward and get along with everybody and have mutual respect and admiration for everybody that is in America. We happen to broadcast from California, Southern California, and there is a great diversity of, African American, European Americans, Latinos, Latinas, and, so many different people, Asian Americans. And, although, we really have to, not label all of us, but, we should just treat ourselves as people and as fellow family members on this earth. But, hopefully, the Roots reboot would be a good step forward. And I would like to see personally other cultures bring their stories to the public's attention through TV, and whether it be regular TV or cable TV as well. So we'll see what happens. Another interesting little bit here. It seems like more and more artists, music, and Hollywood celebrity artists are getting into the, shall we say, mobile game industry. Britney Spears, I guess, is joining Kim Kardashian and Katy Perry on Glue Mobile's roster of celebrity mobile games. Glue says it signed a 5-year contract with Spears with a possibility of a 3-year extension. And the game is going to feature Spears' likeness, voice, and creative influence, and be launched during the first half of 2016. And Glue says that online game and social media operator Tencent Holdings of China will buy 21 million of its shares for $6 each, or $126 million. And that will give this Chinese company ownership of 14.6%, which is interesting. I know that there's a lot of these games that has influence with the Orient. My only concern is that we have so many things that are coming from China and the Orient. I just wish that they'll continue to balance things out. Keep it American, but if you have to go to other places, keep it a minority, so that we don't find that eventually certain companies will wind up owning America. Because in some ways, I think many of us feel that America should own America in the majority sense of the word. That's just my thoughts. I'm not a political person. I'm just sort of a realistic person when it comes to certain things like that. Roseanne Barr says she's going blind. Reminds me of a song. I'd rather go blind than to be without you. But anyway, Roseanne says that I guess she's vision is diminishing, and she says she has macular degeneration, glaucoma, and she says she just tried to enjoy vision as much as possible. And she's living it up. She said she's going to miss reading, but has thought about bringing someone in, hiring somebody to read to her and for her. And she's been very vocal about wanting to legalize marijuana, and smokes on camera in documentary Roseanne for President, saying that she's turned to the drag to self-medicate. And she also says, and I quote, "Marijuana is good for me for that because I have pressure in my eyes," she explained. Marijuana is a good medicine for a lot of things. I have mixed feelings about marijuana, because of the fact that I was taught a long time ago that, we humans are not made for smoke. inhaling smoke, because that's the reason why there are so many problems with people smoking and developing lung and chest cancer because of that. But I wish her well with that, because, if she finds some medicinal benefit to it, who am I to say otherwise? But that's just my thoughts on the matter. We're coming up to our last segment here on the PM show. And there's a particular story that I'm going to share probably for the last part of this. And you can always write to us, info@crntalk.com. It's about what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. As we continue on, I'm Tomas from Mike Horn and Paul Stern on the PM show right here, right now on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Chuck Lauder here, host of the original Talkback. Noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time, 3 to 5, out there on the East Coast. You know, we cover everything you need to know to keep up with what they don't want you to know. Talkback, CRN, Digital Talk, noon to 2 Pacific Daylight Savings Time.
It's a Manic Monday, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Tomas, and I'm sort of sitting in for Michael Horn and Paul Stern as we consider a couple more items in the news and in entertainment today. Something for you to consider. One of these sort of really touched my heart because I've been a father and LTO, uncle to a lot of younger people. And anyway, before I get to that, I'm noticing that For those of you who are fans of the American Horror Story, the hotel now has another well-known guest or employee or whatever, and this is franchise vet Angela Bassett. She's going to be part of the FX's horror anthology's coming season, according to series creator Ryan Murphy. And I guess Angela made her AHS debut with season 3's Coven chapter, and which was also part of season 4's Freak Show. And she's going to join various cast members who will basically, I guess, film somewhere in Los Angeles this summer with a debut slated for October. Okay, I wish Angela well with this, but I'm not a horror story kind of guy. You know, I'm, for personal reasons, you know, some people like them, you know, they like to get scared out of their, you know, jeans or clothes or whatever, but me, nah, I'd rather have a comedy, a good comedy or a good love story. That's me. The last item I wanted to discuss with you, and it sort of touches my heart, it's in Pennsylvania. And a high school senior was given a suspension notice 3 days after her prom because the dress she wore was supposedly too revealing. The suspension was reversed, according to Penn Live, but her mother is still questioning why it was issued in the first place. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of this particular dress. Okay. Now, I looked at this, and I'm saying, really? Don't you have more things to do than to pick somebody else out saying, you're wearing the wrong dress, get out of your prom? Well, according to the story, Alexis Miller Wigfall wore a red floor-length long-sleeve dress to Saturday, April 25th prom at the Sci Tech campus of Harrisburg High School. But on Tuesday, the 28th, Alexis was issued a one-day suspension by school officials because the dress she wore was deemed too revealing, according to Penn Live. That suspension was reversed before Miller Wigfall had to serve it, according to the news site. But the assistant principal said, "You have more boobs than other girls. The other girls have less to show," she said. But Alicia Sneed told Penn Live that she believes her daughter was discriminated against because she is plus size and claims other girls wore dresses that were more revealing. I don't see anything wrong with that dress. Why do they want her to, what do they want her to wear? A turtleneck, she said. My daughter's dress was tasteful, and she says it doesn't think it's fair that my daughter was singled out. To which I say, amen. Look, she's plus size. She's a beautiful girl. So what? Leave her alone. Pick on other girls who are more revealing and maybe on the shade of being, not in good taste, rather than someone that's simply beautiful because she is. Anyway, I hope you have a great evening and a great Monday, and we might as well say I hope you have a good Cinco de Mayo weekend. Barry Farber is up next here on the PM Show. Good night, everybody.
Around the CRN studios, we pride ourselves on being the station of every situation. You can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com. But with TuneIn Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher, you can listen to the latest editions of our programs, like the PM Show, anywhere, anytime you want. Let Fred Dreyer give you his ace-in-the-hole opinion on politics. Bring Hollywood legends and their stories with you to your next party, thanks to Robert Conrad. And, of course, tell those Hawaiians the real meaning of aloha with Larry Manetti. For more information on how to listen to these great shows or many others, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. The attorney for Hillary Clinton says the former Secretary of State is open to making one appearance before the Special Select Committee investigating Benghazi.
In a letter to Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy, attorney David Kendall says Clinton's willing to appear once and stay as long as needed to answer all questions. Gowdy had requested one appearance to deal with Clinton's use of a personal email server and a second to talk about the actual attack on the U.S. consulate. Kendall argues that Clinton's already turned over all relevant emails and that testimony on that topic would be fruitless.
SRN's Wally Hines reporting. Also at SRNnews.com, a 25-year-old police officer shot in the head over the weekend while attempting to stop a man suspected of carrying a handgun died Monday from his injuries, the third New York City officer slain on duty in 5 months. New York Police Commissioner Bill Bratton says the city is mourning Officer Brian Moore's death.
An extraordinary young man, a great loss to his family, a great loss to this department, and a great loss to this profession and to this city.
Meanwhile, attorneys for the family of a 12-year-old Cleveland boy who was fatally shot by police don't want a judge to delay their lawsuit against two officers while the criminal investigation is pending. Attorney Walter Madison says it's not right for police attorneys to be allowed to delay the civil rights case filed by Tamir Rice's family.